trying to read President Trump's mind is a challenging exercise. He clearly has strong intuitions, but he does not necessarily tell you everything that's on his mind. And sometimes I think he lets himself be guided by, as perhaps we all do, but to a lesser extent, his own sort of prejudices or intuitions, if you will. And so one has to kind of look at his actions and try to piece together a theory of what is on his mind and how he's acting at any particular time. And as I look at the mix of his actions, both at home and abroad, including very much these tariffs, what I see is someone who is doing everything possible to concentrate power into his hands. If we just look on the international side of that, what we can see is there are really two things that the United States provides that for dozens of countries around the world are really indispensable. One of them is security guarantees, whether it's NATO or other treaties that we have with countries like Australia and Japan. Another is the access to the U.S. market, the largest and richest consumer market in the world. Those, what Trump has done to a remarkable degree is he's asserted personal control over both of those things. So that in Europe, when people think about the treaty with the NATO treaty, which in theory, perhaps in law, provides some kind of an assurance of American support in the event of a Russian or other invasion, Trump has made it pretty clear that whether or not he will either honor or not honor that treaty based on his priorities. And we see that in the case of where he's threatened, at least rhetorically, to take Greenland from Denmark, and taking the territory of a treaty ally is an unorthodox step, can we say? So, and then on this tariff issue, what he's done with a basis in U.S. law that is strongly contested by many legal scholars, but nevertheless for now seems to be holding, is that he can personally set tariffs regardless of whether it's the rules of the World Trade Organization or any bilateral treaty. He can set tariffs at whatever level on whatever product he chooses at any given moment for whatever reason, which means that if for any leader in the world, or any business owner in the world for that matter, you need to go to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue and knock very politely on the door and ask to see Mr. Trump, to see if Mr. Trump can help you with your problem. This is a degree of authority I don't think any American president has sought since Franklin Roosevelt was in the White House during the height of World War II. And it really is an extraordinary series of steps. You'll hear a lot of people talking about how Trump is a bumbler, an amateur, a stupid person who doesn't know what he's doing. And you and I might both disagree with him strongly on whether things like tariffs are as beneficial as he is at least asserting. Nevertheless, this is to have accomplished this less than 3 months from your inauguration is a record of accomplishment, for good or for ill, that I think it would be difficult to match, certainly in American history.